I want to introduce our guest speaker. Probably some of you who I know are tired of hearing me talk, so we're lucky today to have Jack Fisher. Colonel Jack Fisher is from just down the road in Louisville, where he grew up and he went to high school. He attended the Air Force Academy down in Colorado Springs, where he got his Bachelor of Science in Astronautical Engineering. That was in 1996. Then he went right on to the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, to get his master's degree. He then went off to flight training. He flew the F-15, including 2 tours in Southwest Asia, combat tours. He then attended the Air Force Test Pilot School, and then he did flight test programs, several kinds, including the F-22 Raptor flight test. You know, Jack did so well flying that the Air Force sent him off to the Pentagon. Luckily, he escaped the Pentagon when NASA selected him in 2009 as an astronaut. He completed his astronaut training, and then he did several astronaut jobs in the astronaut office, supporting ISS operations and exploration program. And then he got to do what all astronauts really want to do. He got to go fly in space. Last April, he launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome on a Soyuz spacecraft. He went to the International Space Station, where he stayed for, I believe, 136 days. Is that right, Jack? Yeah, 136 days. And that's a good long while to be away from home, even if you're having fun on the space station. And then he returned to the Earth in September. Isn't that an interesting thing to say that you returned to the Earth? Yeah. During their time on orbit, Jack's crew did hundreds of science experiments. Jack participated in 2 spacewalks to work on repairs for the space station. Colonel Fisher's career is characterized by excellence. He's received numerous awards, including Distinguished Graduate from the Air Force Academy and the Air Force Test Pilot School, multiple military decorations, and several NASA awards as well. We're really lucky to have Jack here today to share his experiences with us, so please welcome Jack Fisher.
All right, is this sucker working? Everybody hear me? Yeah. All right, so I was just going to show a picture that I took of CU and Boulder, but Lewis back there wanted to embarrass me, so he's going to add a few other ones. So this is from space, 800 millimeter lens on one of the rare days where I actually got to get a good picture of Boulder. My family goes way back here. I am the 5th generation of Fisher in Louisville. My brother, big brother, is still running our construction company. Grandpa built the field house, the original field house at the stadium, and then Dad built at least one of the engineering buildings and some other stuff, and Mackey Auditorium renovated that in the 80s. I am the stylish kid in the powder blue jumpsuit. And that was the whole family in Louisville. So go way back. I got a nephew who is in the School of Engineering, who's down here that I'll embarrass. He's got my dad's name of Gary. Another niece. I have a niece on my wife's side. She's from Boulder as well. And I got another niece coming here next year. So lots of ties. And then, you know, a couple folks over here, Marcy Fulton and Rob Ferreira, who I went to basically every grade with all the way up. They're still in the area, so lots of ties. When I was trying to figure out where to go to school, this was one of my top choices. I decided I wanted to fly airplanes, so I ended up choosing the Air Force Academy, but CU is fantastic. And this is going to be my last PR event. I'm going to be going back to the Air Force here in a couple of weeks. So I wanted to save the best for last. There is no one on planet Earth. Where's Shankini? She around here? I can't see. Where's she at? There she is. Okay, so that lady, Peggy Whitson, and I talked to her more than any human on planet Earth for at least the 5 months I was on orbit. So it is amazing to me how much is done out of CU. We called her the wizard because we didn't know, we were like trying to look behind the curtain. We never knew where she was. It was like she was running all the science on the space station. And most of that's coming out of BioServe and the School of Engineering here at CU. So if you don't understand what a fantastic school that you are a part of and that is in your community, you really should, because it's getting to be the best out there. And I'm really proud to be here to be able to talk to you today. I'm going to go through a video. It's about 20 minutes, kind of what I did on my summer vacation. And then I'm going to open it up for questions. So think during the video what you'd like to ask questions about, and then at the end I'll do my best to answer them. I understand there's a lot of smart people in the crowd, so I might not be able to, but I'll sure try. All right, let's crank this baby. And this was my favorite. Shankini knows I called it the cancer-seeking missile. It was a drug that actually targets antibodies on cancerous lung tissue and leaves the healthy tissue alone. So we got some really good results, and I'm so excited about the future of this field of study. Okay, so like I said, I found it amazing that of all the science that I did on the space station, more of it was BioServe than probably anything I did. So I just wanted to congratulate you guys on just being an amazing team that has got a process down, and you are changing the world with science. And I was so proud, and I do have to say, Peggy was heartbroken. She couldn't be here. She loved you guys and loved working with you. So here's one for you. I do have one other thing. So the Wizard of Oz, right? We've seen it. Yeah. So behind the curtain, I never could figure out where this woman was, because we talked to her more than any person on the planet. And she brought a professionalism, she's an amazing person to work with, that every time we were working on an experiment, she made it better, she made it more efficient. And the astronaut office has a special award, and it's the only award that we give. It's called the Silver Snoopy. And back in the 60s, right after Apollo 1 happened, and we lost 3 astronauts on the pad, we burned them up because we weren't paying attention to safety. And we worked with Charles Schultz to make this award. And what it is it's to recognize the top 1%, and actually a lot less than 1%, just the top of the top, the best people in the industry. And when we came back, Peggy Whitson, who has more time in space than any American, there was only one name that she wanted to give a Silver Snoopy to, and I was trying to fight her to give the Silver Snoopy to the same person. So we want to recognize that person today, and I will read what Peggy wrote in this ginormous bag of goodies that will be going to this lady, including a little Silver Snoopy that flew in space. Let's see. This is, Dear Shankini, on behalf of all the astronauts, this letter is to express our appreciation for the outstanding support you have provided to NASA's space program. You have been an exceptional science ground communicator and payload developer. We have really appreciated your guidance and direction for a wide variety of investigations, including robotic research, heart cells, magnetic 3D cultures, and more. Time and time again, you have put everything into making sure that the payloads were developed appropriately and operated successfully. We also appreciated that you continued to build upon your past experiences with other payloads, bringing innovative ideas on how to make crewed operations smoother and ensuring even more successful science with subsequent experiments. When hiccups arose during operations, you were always prepared with a workaround that ultimately led to a successful science. This letter is our way of saying thanks for the outstanding support you have provided us through the high quality of your work. We know that the success of each space mission depends upon the skill and dedication of people such as you, who are willing to accept nothing short of perfection in getting the job done. In recognition of your contributions to our nation's space program, we would like to have you wear the astronaut's personal award for professional excellence, the Silver Snoopy. You may display this pin with the knowledge that it is given to only those few we regard to as the very best in their profession. Your Silver Snoopy was flown during Expedition 50, 51, and 52. Thanks for your hard work. We know you will continue your commitment to excellence. Sincerely, Peggy Wisdom. So, with that, we have a ton of swag. Putting this on, don't lose it. That wasn't it. It wasn't it. It's still here. That you can lose. All right. Now I'm dropping everything. All right. This is always tough to do on a person wearing a dress.
It's not floating.
I know. If it was floating, it would be cooler. All right. But it was floating before. All right. There we go. And let's take some pictures. We'll send this to Peg. Woohoo! All right, and in addition to this huge bag of swag, we got 3 montages for you because Peggy, I wanted to give you one, Peggy wanted to give you one, and then Peggy has a special one that's for all 3 of her expeditions. So you can put one up in an office, one in your bathroom, wherever you want to. There you go. So everybody give Shankini, the Wizard of Oz, a big round of applause.